Shabbos Parshas Mikeitz. Shabbos Parshas Chanuka. Let's see, maybe we could turn a little bit of Yosef Tzaddik, something from the Parshin with Chanuka, but this week I have to say about from the Chanuka because last week I didn't. What happens over here is like this. You say in Al Anisim the Chafetz Chaim points out an interesting lashon. It says the whole story, mamash a story time. It's really, really long, at least compared to the Purim one. Yet we remember the Chanuka one almost by heart after a couple of years of saying it. Why? Because you say it 3 times a day, at least. You bench a couple of times more for 8 days. So you remember it, even though it's much longer. Purim, it's very short. You don't say it for so long. You don't have that chazara. You don't remember it. Chazara is the key to learning. I think it's the key to everything. If you learn something and then 2 minutes later you just think about, oh, what did I just hear? Okay? You have a much better chance of remembering that thing even like weeks and weeks later. That one nikuda that you review. But the Chafetz Chaim says like this, after the whole story, it says, V'achar kain, bottom line, after the whole milchama, they come in and they bring back the Beis HaMikdash. So all the spiritual splendor that was lost from Yavan, who totally cuts off anything that's above Yavan. It's Yud, Vav, Nun. It goes all the way down, 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 down. There's nothing up there. Focus on what we have. Yavan shows up right after we lost Nevuah. Nevuah was a strictly proof that there's something beyond what we have here. But now we lost that Nevuah, we lost that connection. You can't prove that there's anything factual proof. We have an idea, we have an inner knowledge, but you can't really prove it anymore. So the one said, look here, this is what we have. We came back. The entire war, the entire everything. What were we fighting for? We were fighting for a connection with our brother. We were fighting to be able to learn Torah, to be able to keep our Torah mitzvahs without the influences of Yavan. Crazy, the Medrash says the Yavan made a gezerah, one of the first gezeras they made. No doors on your house. You can't say that you're doing your own thing over here. Right? When in Rome, do as Rome does. Right? Rome is an outsource of Greece. What were they trying to do? They weren't trying to prevent us from learning even. It doesn't say that you weren't allowed to learn Torah, per se. It's not Al Anisim. The Iker is, learn it. Shtel tu chazar. Learn it. But also learn art for art's sake. As they say. Have everything. All the chachmas in the world. And Torah. Put that in there with the mix. You're going to forget the Torah. Yavan is saying, you want to learn Beseder. They're very, very nice people, Yavan. We want you to learn in a way that you'll forget it. The Maisa, who won? The Boruch Shlomo made the nays that the Oiski Sarasecha won. The Zaydim, Beis Yosef tells us Zaydim is a lashon of Litzonus. Zaydim, who could have been Yidden, a lot of the force against Klal Yisrael during the Chanuka story were Klal Yisrael, who were misled, who were enticed by all the exciting evolutionary, educational science. It's exciting stuff. All the Chachma. Chachma is luring. The Zaydim were put into the hands of the Oiski Sarasecha. Could be the Zaydim were also learning. But they were being Litzonos about it. So I got it, doesn't make sense to me. So like they make fun of the story. But the Oiski Sarasecha are the ones that learned the Agarata. They try to figure out what's the side this here. What does Maral say on this? What's going on? What's going on deeper? The Oiske Sarasecha, people who schwitzed. Not the Loimdei Sarasecha, the Oiske Sarasecha. They're the ones who won, the ones who took it seriously, and those are the ones that didn't forget Torah. Varna Karlin says in this week's Parasha, when Paro wakes up from his dream, you know what he does? What does a Paro do when he wakes up in the morning? He goes back to sleep. Right, he went back to sleep. He had another dream. In the counter side, so Yaakov Avinu wakes up. The first thing is Vayomer. He says, what does he say? Ryan Kalin says, what do you think Rav Yaakov Avinu said when he woke up in the morning? He said Berchas HaShachar. He said Berchas HaTorah. He woke up and he started learning. I'm up anyways. One of the biggest Magidei Shiurim in the mirror. 7,000 people in his shir. He said that when his kids wake up in the middle of the night, he hears this kid crying. One of his Talmidim was complaining. He's like, I'm tired. My kid's crying to me at 2 o'clock in the morning. He's like, yeah, I remember my kids used to cry also. You know what I heard? I heard him saying, Tati, wake up. I don't want you to be an Amoritz. I don't want to have a Tati that's an Amoritz. So he says, I get up and I go learn. When you do that, you become a Magachir like that. Torah is different than all the chachmas in the entire world. It's different. Rav Simcha Wasserman opened up a yeshiva in Los Angeles, the son of Rabbi Chanan Wasserman, Hashem Yimkom Damon. And there was once a professor from the California area, one of the big colleges there, who joined this share. I'm not sure exactly how they met up, but he, I don't know, it was a public share or something, and he showed up and he was sitting there, and afterwards he was talking to Rav Simcha. He was an older yid here, not too from. And he was teaching his sciences, and he was teaching Yavan stuff in college. And he told Rav Simcha, you should know, I also have students. I've been teaching for 40, 50 years. And Rav Simcha says, that's amazing. You must have so much nachas. Going to all these weddings. Sandik Bel de Brissim. I'm not sure if he was egging him on, but the professor says, actually, end of the year, after finals, they say goodbye, and it's mamish goodbye. Like, I'm never going to see my students again. Simcha says, that's the difference between you and me. I'm their tati. I'm teaching them Torah. Kilu godly. It's as if a Talmud is like a son. Simcha says, you know me, you know how many children I have? You gave over information. I gave over life. Chayeinu. It would be zeichet to learn Torah the way they were supposed to learn Torah in order to be able to overcome Yovan, all the Greek around us, and everyone knows that transformed, you know, from Greek to Rome to modern day Western culture and all the glitz and glamour out there. It's all Greek. It's all Greek. That's what the Yeshus Betifar, she was left with Yosef's coat, all the begodim, all the externals. Yosef said, you know what? Keep it. I'm going with the internal. I'm going with the pnimius, Kirvis Alakim. And Echanami, the Yavan still has the Chitzonius. We be zeicha to use our superpower, the Torah, to overcome and to overshadow everything else out there. All the Hevel Avolim. Ki Heim, Chayeinu, ve'oirech yomeinu, ve'oirech yomeinu, uvo emnege yoimo, yoimo v'layla. Ki Heim, Chayeinu, ve'oirech yomeinu, ve'oirech yomeinu. Shabbos, a Freilich and Chanuka.